this is the January 1st, day 2 recap. I was doing pretty good at calling out the market and giving some plays. I made sure we took out one break-even trade, and during that trade, I realized I almost got suspended today. So my emotions were kind of whacked up, so I wasn't really going to trade today. So let's just go over what I was looking for. Retracement to OT of this range plus this order block looked like a good trade, and I left limits a little bit too late because I wanted some bigger moves up, but it was really slow, as you can see right here. And I want to talk about this model. I saw this in Adenomics channel. There's an SMT with anticipation for this breaker block to form, and basically you'd be taking longs right off the SMT being formed and going higher. I don't know anything about this strategy. I don't know if it even works. I'm going to backtest it a little bit further, but it's just something I wrote down in my notes because it's pretty cool. I'm going to go find a video on ICT talking about that. So I made sure when we got tapped in, I held on to it to make sure you guys knew that we could get out break even. I kept signaling. You guys had maybe this on the minute chart. I made sure you guys had like 10-13 minutes to get out of break even. So yeah, you can see right here, I called up multiple times to get out of break even. Everyone got out of break even, so there's nothing bad that happened. And this looks like a market maker sell model right here. Oh, let's see this. No suspension, I'm good. Shorts here look good only because we had the market structure shift at this low, and we were respecting this fair value gap. Nothing else up here. This is just chop up here, but it looked like a market maker sell model. So shorts look good. It was lunch hour, so I didn't really want to take anything. We have this inverse fair value gap. If you guys don't know what an inverse fair value gap is, it's just a fair value gap that's been ran through. So you want to see it respected to push us lower. And if we disrespect this, then there's no trade. I thought some people were in shorts off this order block plus inverse combo. So I was like, just exit off of it if we push up higher. Because some people impulsively enter off what I say. And holding it. And I'm pretty sure we went lower. I wanted to see us take out this low. We took out that low. Perfectly took out that low. Swept up, rejected it. And I was anticipating this high to get taken out of this moment. You'll see it right here. Probably expecting this high to get taken out, which we did not take out this high. It's a little spoiler, but I was just calling out what was going to happen here. We had the breaker. Where was it? Yeah, this is the breaker being formed. I want to see this breaker respected. Tap into it, then push up higher. And that's what we did. We tapped into it, we were respecting it, and we pushed up higher. Boom. And I think we tapped exactly up into this order block in the 1 minute. The high probability order block that I wanted you guys to journal today. I'll go over that when we actually hop on the charts. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we tapped into that one and respected it entirely. You'll see, yeah, we respected it. I drew out our standard deviation level. And when you draw this out, standard deviation lets you see where the market's probably going to reverse and how far we're going to extend down to. So it's the most recent swing high to this little swing low down here. And this, you can see that we actually respected our 2 to 2.5 standard deviation level and rejected and pushed up higher. So now, once we did that, if we're going to come back lower to it, I'm expecting all the way down to -5. Or a little bit further down than that. And honestly, for my bias on the day, I was very bearish. We were disrespecting the weekly fair value gap plus a 15-minute fair value gap that we were in. And I went down to 405, and that's what I was waiting for. Retrace, and this is where I told people we would retrace and go lower. Not much time to enter off this one, and look, we instantly went lower off that. And inverse fair value gap was actually respected perfectly on this one too. So let me see where we actually wrote that down. Mitigation block tapped into it, went lower. We were in a reversal zone. I want to see lower prices. Tagged. Okay, and this is the 15-minute chart. I'll show you what I was looking at here. This was a play I was hoping some people would take because this is really good risk to reward on this play. I could see I could see us going a lot lower than this, and we went lower. Here, I'll show you. We actually went a lot lower today, but I'm gonna keep going through my analyst channel and explain what I was seeing. Okay, where's the 15-minute chart at? Retracing lower. Let's see this. I mean, we were expecting this for value gap. I know we tapped into this one and respected it completely, and we went lower off that. So I just drew this out for fun, but we went lower off this. And this right here, I was thinking that this is going to be a mitigation block that we're going to tap back into because we have this low-hanging fruit, our little objective right here. So I was holding for that. So we tapped it, we took it out, and I want to see if I actually wrote down the 15-minute. Or yeah, this is where I said shorts were really good right here. I was telling people in general chat, shorts look really good in this point. And we had this fair value gap that lined up with our mitigation block. So when we have a fair value gap and a mitigation block, plus that order block right here, this little up close candle, this is a really high probability zone for shorts.
Yo, who the fuck is this?
Huh.
Who is Salmon Bob?
I have no clue. Hold up. Let me get on with this real quick. So we have this mitigation block, which makes a high probability for value gap mitigation block plus order block. All of it taps in together, so we want to retrace into it. And when we got the retrace, the first tap, the initial tap of it, some people argued that wasn't. I like doing the first initial tap of this area because it's such a high confluence zone. And we also tapped into this order block, and we tapped it to the tick, and we went lower. And some people, what was it? Who was it? I think it was, who was it? It was Zick. Either one of them. They actually, and they didn't want to take shorts. They're saying something. I got kind of mad because my emotions were kind of weird. So, shorts were good right here. I'll show you my thought process. Bearish for value gap respected, so we're obviously going lower. Our entire bias for the day was lower. Order block was respected perfectly, and this was a market structure shift at this low. So we took out this low, we shifted market structure, we went lower. And I kind of wrote down everything. So overall trend is bearish. All bullish PD arrays up to this point has been disrespected. My anticipation to dig deeper into the weekly fair value gap with failure to reject. I'll show you guys what that looked like right now. Where's our weekly fair value gap? Oh wait, I'm probably gonna have to mark it on the daily. Or is it on the hourly? Because I know he marked it out. We tapped into it and we rejected a bit. I don't know where it was. I'm sorry about that. But he basically showed me the fair value gap we were in. We tapped into it a little bit and we retraced, and I think he thought that we're gonna go. Where was it? He thought that we were gonna reject off of it. I think it was on the weekly. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, we tapped into this. We rejected up a little bit. So I'll mark that out so you guys can see what I'm talking about. See the daily? Not on the daily. 4 hour. No, 1 hour. I think it would be on the 15 minute we could see it. Okay, yeah, I guess this is proper. So we tapped into it, we dug into it, and we retraced up higher, and it looked like we were going to push back lower into it. So when I saw this, we didn't really reject immediately off of it. It looks like we might be targeting consequent encroachment of the fair value gap. So obviously right here, I'm going to be expecting lower prices to dig deeper into the fair value gap because we didn't really cleanly reject. And that was just what I was thinking, my thought process. Fair value gap aligns with the mitigation block, high probability, order block respected. And these trades are similar to the advanced gap theory. That's something I'll teach in the future. And yeah, it was just my entire thought process for the entire trade. So yeah, that was about it. And this is my final target for the day. This is my initial target at this, where the 21 is at. This was my first target, and down here was our final target for the day. Tagged it. So we're kind of riding shorts all day. I didn't really take much trade today because of my emotions. I knew if I took one loss, someone was going to get it. They were going to get it bad. I was going to turn to Hulk, turn to some, I don't know what it's called. Okay, so we're going to talk about order flux, the one we rejected off open real quick. So let's find where open was. Tuesday. Okay, Tuesday 9:30. So we opened, and let's find where we rejected off of. I want to see what I wrote down, because I know I wanted you guys to journal one specific order block, because there was two of them. And ICT, if you ever watched his live execution videos, he likes to take a bunch of trades off this. Let's see this. Okay, keep this order block in mind. Go over it and recap. Oh, okay, it was this one. Right here, this order block. Let me work it out. So this absolute high of the retracement plus this fair value gap, I'm pretty sure at this time I wasn't expecting this to be a turtle soup. I'll show you real quick. So I don't know why I wasn't expecting this to be a turtle soup. I knew that this was really significant, and I just can't put my finger on it. We did respect this fair value gap, which I would have anticipated us to return back into it. And even though we've already filled fair value gaps, they have a tendency to still stay active, even though we tap into it multiple times. So that's what forms like equal lows at turtle soup back then, when conditions were a lot better. But this order block, this absolute high order block in this entire dealing range basically, or in this entire range right here, I like to see this one be respected, and off open we can expect lower prices just because we were tapping into the highest order block of whatever it's called, let me think, of our current dealing range right before open, which would give us some volatility. Whichever PDA rates we're closest to or respecting. I've seen that that's what ICT takes its trades off of, especially for CPI2. There could be a fair value gap and some little internal liquidity sweep or just an order block, and he'd be shorts. So I guess that would make sense because it was the first of the year. A lot of volatility. This entire move, it was over like 185 handles. We weren't ready to trade until then. But I'm going to show you another example, absolute highest order block of the range. We tap into respect to go lower. And let me find the other example that we had, because I want you guys to study it. But that's what ICT says, just study the order blocks. Please study it. Highest order block of the entire dealing range. We tap into it, go lower. So let's see that real quick. Because it was like a fractal of what just happened right here. Is this it? Possibly. Let's see it. Yeah, it was. Okay, so we didn't take out the high, but we did tap into the highest order block of the entire range. And we didn't respect it as cleanly as I wanted it to, but still respected it to an extent. What the?
When you're doing order blocks, do you mark up the whole move up before
Oh
the
yeah,
drop?
yeah.
Or do you
On the
do
higher
top
time
one?
frames for like mean threshold, it depends on what I'm looking for. I'll show you some examples because I'm pretty sure we got it for today. Let me see some
Okay.
retracement into one. I mean, this one was respected right here. This order block. I'm using the bodies of the order block.
And you always do bodies. You don't do wicks.
Yeah, yeah. Never the wicks. I was the bodies.
Okay.
Is spoken in here? Yeah, he is. The bodies of the order block. Okay. Not really respected here. That's alright, because I think we're on the lunch macro at this time. Yeah, during lunch you don't want to take any trades, which is just 12 to 1. So let's mark that out real quick. 12 to 1 right here. This entire area, we don't want to be trading this price action. It's just time distortion or just consolidation during this time. You can see that we enter the lunch macro right here. And at the end right here. You could get some moves like this, but overall, you don't want to trade these this time because it's really low probability.
If there's like a really good trade setting up before lunch, like maybe if it's like 5 minutes before 12, should I just not enter in at all?
I don't really recommend it. It could just be a trap,
Okay.
honestly. Because
Okay.
I always watch out for it. In my experience, every single time I entered a good setup, like I had the cleanest market maker sell models before lunch or for value gaps, they get completely ran through and just chopped around. You have to hold through big retracements. And this is also a market maker buy model down here. Which was also this thing being formed, this order block being formed when I was talking about SMT at this low, right here. Which, this would have been a good market maker buy model because we did retrace into this inverse fair value gap right here. And respected consequent encroachment. So if we were looking for longs at this point, I would take a long off this, but with where we're going on the day, it's not really safe to take it. And this high wasn't taken either, so we weren't really seeking buy-side liquidity. But I feel like this would be good for going into tomorrow because we have equal highs. I'm expecting bullish prices tomorrow just because I want a bigger retracement. Because look at this. Look at our dump today. Of course we're going to have to retrace somewhat. We don't have to retrace. It's just after sweeping out this low and rejecting, I'm expecting a little bit higher of a retrace. I don't know which range it would be. It could be this one. It could be this one up here. I'm just expecting a retrace in general. And we'll figure that out when I actually see price action from tomorrow because we have a little bit of news. Let's see this. See news tomorrow. Wrong way. Okay. PMI 10. Okay. We have no trades until 10 p.m. and FOMC meeting minutes. I'm fine with trading FOMC meeting minutes every day, but just don't trade at 2 p.m. because FOMC minutes is kind of like baby FOMC. It's really small. I can still trade, just be a little bit more cautious, size a little bit lower. And we also have non-farm non-farm employment change, which usually messes up the week or the day that we trade on. So that's something to watch out for. But yeah, that was a pretty lengthy recap. Do we have any questions about anything?
So, are you supposed to trade at all during FOMC?
No, don't
Because
trade.
TJR said they're not.
Yeah, don't trade during FOMC.
Alright.
I'm trying to find an example of an order block respecting mean threshold. Probably gonna find one on the 5 minute.
Mean threshold is just the middle, right?
Yeah, middle of that, like the entire move up. That's what I usually look for if I'm taking a trade. I just want to find a good example of like a sell model that actually shows that. Because you know what an order block is, or you know how to identify one, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to find when you look. This is just such a bad day.
And also the non-farm thing is not good either.
Non-farm and FOMC are basically the same thing. They're not the same thing. It's not like a meeting where it goes on with a lot of bad volatility. It's just something that market doesn't really react too well to it. Let's see this. Is this mean threshold? I'm not gonna find an example on the 5 minute, honestly. I'm gonna have to scale into the 1 minute, get really niche with my findings. I don't know. Do we? Oh, let me check my Discord. We might have questions here. We have no questions. Can someone ask any question? Like, it could be literally anything.
Yo,
Yo.
how do you feel about the new short-term model for the charter content?
I haven't watched that one. I have it pulled up. I'm gonna watch it right after this one.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either.
I'll watch
I'm
it.
sad, so-
If it's complicated, I can make a video on it tonight. 4 plus 4 is 8.
I don't think it's not. It's the things that he's looking for in the model. It's like old like order blocks, or like you can switch it for order blocks. It's like old highs, old lows, fair value gap, and then I think something else. It's not really complicated. I don't think so.
Alright.
At least. But I might watch it. I'm not sure.
Alright. Also, I might not be here tomorrow for the analysis. I'm gonna have some things going on at market open. I have a call, so I won't be there. I can give my analysis before and a little bit after. I just don't know how long this call is gonna be for. But I think that's about it. I'm bullish for tomorrow. Not really any PDs arrays I'm looking for. We have news at 10, so that kind of messes it up. We don't really have a point in doing that. Just higher prices for value gap right here. Might fill it. We might tap into consequent encroachment. Apart from that, let's look at DXY. DXY looks kind of bullish, but overall bearish where we're at right now. This order block. Let's see if we're respecting this order block. Yeah, looks like it.
Yo, I literally called out that it was gonna be bullish for DXY
Yeah.
because of the BPR on weekly.
Mhm.
It was getting respected.
Yeah, now I'm expecting lower prices. So, retracement, I want to take out this weekly objective. Right down here, this is why I want to target. Oh, wow. No questions, nothing?
Oh, Mantis, I did have a question. Is a Top Step reset tomorrow?
Tomorrow, fire drill tomorrow. Let's get it.
Okay, well, how does that work? What is that?
Basically we're gonna have 50 minutes of the day. Let's see this. I can just show you my email. I just don't want to dox my secret prop firm account that is
Indeed.
not any type of prop firms I've ever spoken. It's a secret prop firm basically. No one
That's
ever knows.
good.
No one knows about it. Okay, here you go. One free reset. It's gonna be during market open to 10, so it's gonna be during this one time. So I recommend watching Top Step TV for a while.
Oh
It's
crap! Wait.
market
did
open
you-
to like
wait, did-
10:30 for us.
Wait, I got this on my email then too, right?
Yeah, of course we all got our emails.
Hmm. Or my dad's email. Okay.
Yeah, nothing much. We just have to wait market open to 10:30. We get our fire drill. Let's full port
We're in New
accounts.
York.
No, I'm kidding. Just reset your account and actually trade it properly this time.
Yeah, I have everything set up. No.
I want to get another Apex account, but you already know how that. You already
Oh,
know the answer to
no.
that.
You shouldn't even said that on stream.
It's fine. It's fine. They've already done
Yeah.
their damage. It's over now. Please let me.
That's
Bruh.
true.
Anything but pay me out. Sad. Alright, that concludes this recap. I'll see you guys tomorrow.